Yo, 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 what's good, world? It's your boy, Rob. Andy. We don't know if Gio's gonna make it. Hopefully he does. But, yo, I know everybody's been like, where the fuck have you been? Yo, we had some things happen real quick. My boy Andy got married, went out to Orlando. The wedding was in Main City. What a great experience that was. What a beautiful place, the city that was, by the way. So I got caught up with that. Andy, what a beautiful event. My mom asked me how come she wasn't invited, but I told her it's all good. She'll be all right. Yeah, man. My mom asked for pictures. She wants some pictures, by the way. She told me that last night. My mom and my dad, they were trying to figure out, hey, when were you there? They had some friends say they saw you on some pictures. I'm like, yo, why do they just have so many friends, man? They're trying to get me in trouble, dog. Just as long as they don't look at the date, I'm good, man. I am good. But yo, Andy, what a beautiful day. But you said that Joe wanted to talk about expectations. But first and foremost, Andy, how does it feel to be a husband? How does it feel, dog?
No, man. It feels amazing, man. And like I was telling you way before, man, in the many talks that we had, on the podcast, it's way past due. Me and Eurekas, we've been together for 7 years prior to getting married, and so it's way past due, man. And I'm finally glad that we're both here.
Oh man, yo, I love it, man. When I saw yours, because your wedding, I would say, was just maybe a tad bit bigger than mine, because you seen how many people were at the park. It almost looked like we had the same amount of people. I want to say, but yours was inside and mine was outside. What a beautiful day, man. And yeah, people had the mask on. It was a beautiful event, dog. So Andy, like what made you cry when you saw her walking down the aisle? Because and by the way, we're gonna talk about that pause that y'all had because there was some technical difficulties. I don't remember what it was, but I was getting ready to get emotional and they ruined that for me, and the tears just went away.
No. So what was funny was a lot of people said the same exact thing, and so for me it was funny because I think it was Jerry. Jerry was like the main person. Like every other day as the wedding was coming up, he asked me like, "Yo, so how you feeling, man? How you feeling?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Bro, I'm straight." Like I seen Eurekas on the other hand, she's not able to sleep. All the stuff that she like. Just the planning was. She did a lot of the planning. So for me though, I was good. I'm like, yo, I'm straight. I'm not nervous, nothing like that. No trouble sleeping, whatever. So the actual day comes up, and I'll tell this to a lot of people. I don't know for those that seen Coming to America, it's like one of the opening scenes where he wakes up and his father advisor comes in, and he's like, "Happy birthday, Your Highness." And then Eddie Murphy's like, "Yeah, it is my birthday." The day of the wedding, when I woke up like that. I'm like, oh snap! Like today's my wedding day. Oh snap! Like I was still like nonchalant, if you will. Mm-hmm. So I fast forward to when we get to the venue or whatnot, and we're actually lined up. You with your bridesmaids, everybody's lined up. I have Eurekas' stepmother and her mother in front of me, seeing her grandmother. I'm still cool. When the music starts playing, and Jerry starts walking with Eurekas' grandmother, all of a sudden, bro, heart starts beating, palms getting sweaty. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, normally when I get nervous, my stomach gets a little queasy. Never when I get nervous, my palms start to sweat. So I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here? So I walk down the aisle, and I'm there, and my palms still getting sweaty. So I'm like wiping them on my pants, wiping them on my tux jacket, still getting sweaty and sweaty. I'm like, yo, this is insane. So going to the scene where I think for me, I started really getting. I know I was joking like when we was at the Airbnb, like I wasn't crying yet. I did cry. I ain't even gonna front. So when I was at from the altar, I think what it was for me was, it was the music, listening to the lyrics, and then in that moment, man, just honestly just thinking about how we started, what we all been through, and to finally get to that moment right there. So the moment where I finally able to call her my wife, and so it was a lot, man. And now talking to the actual intermission, well, pretty much what happened was I was getting there too. Like I started feeling like my throat, you feel me? Just like tears about to just fall and everything like that. And then when the music stopped, I was actually able to gather myself a little bit better. You feel me? The reason for that though, superstar. The reason for that though.
Hey yo, Joe, hop on. I already sent you the email. Just hop on. Yeah. Once again, podcast. If it's not you, now it's this guy, and I gotta take that part off. But go ahead.
I got you. No, I got you. So we're gonna start from right here. So the reason for that pause in the intermission was she forgot her veil. So a very important thing in the wedding is, the husband or the groom will remove the veil and finally get the first kiss of the wife. So I think that was the biggest thing. She forgot her veil. Nobody caught it. And so that's why that intermission took place. And I ain't gonna lie, for a lot of people, they said everybody across the board said that they was gonna cry. But because of that pause, they was able to gather themselves a little bit. But all in all, overall, I felt like the ceremony was pretty good, pretty legit. I'm just glad everybody got a chance to enjoy themselves and enjoy the moment.
Right. Yeah, my mom told me that it would have been bad if I wasn't able to make it out there. My mom said that would have been horrible. And I was like, didn't he go to your wedding? I was like, yeah, he did. I had to come. I had to show my man the love, man. Yo, I just felt a bond between all the groomsmen. We were just in a nice little squad up in the wall. And as soon as we saw you crying, we were like, damn, this is real. And Andy's not running away either. Hitting it, get developed cold feet. He standing there. Dog, then Jerry. Nah, I looked at Jerry. I looked at Batman. And I looked at Snyder. I'm like, which one of you guys are next? Who's going to join the fraternities of the husbands, man? Who's next? Who's next, man?
The faithful husband.
The faithful husband. Yeah, I can't wait to go to one of them. Because, woo, you can attest to this, Andy. As after you guys got married, all of a sudden the challenges twice as hard. The temptation comes even harder. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? This is another level.
No, and I wanted to allude to that real quick because I was actually watching another podcast, and they was actually talking about. It was a guy. I forgot the name of this guy. I'm not too hip on like social trends or whatever, but it was a guy on the Breakfast Club who said that guys should be not necessarily awarded, but that a female should acknowledge when a guy doesn't cheat, like give him a pat on the back or a good job, right? Mm-hmm. And Charlamagne agreed with this dude. He was like, Charlamagne was like, last time I cheated was 2016, and I feel like sometimes it's an ego thing to like I have to deny my ego to not cheat or whatever, blase. Mm-hmm. And I'm listening to all this, and I'm like, it's basically. First and foremost, I don't agree. I think as men, it's bad and it's kind of pathetic that we've been so conditioned to avoid monogamy. Understanding that, all right, this is going to be the one woman I'm gonna just spend my life with and be faithful to her. Instead of, I'm not even going front. Is it tempting? Are other women tempting? Yeah, they are. But it's like, yo, you made this commitment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You made this covenant with this person that you will forever be faithful with this person. And it's one of those things where, as a man, be mindful, know yourself, and don't put yourself in that situation. I think for me, that was like one of the greatest things that I ever did. I'll never forget talking with John as I was going to the Marine Corps, because I was talking with John, like I was with Eureka about it in 2014. And I was asking John, like, because he's been in or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I said, like, how is the temptation? He was like, yo, it's going to be tempting. There's going to be a lot of females. You know, you're tall, you're black, you're fit. They're gonna try to holler at you. But he said, just make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation to cheat. You know what I'm saying? And it's really that simple, bro. All you really have to do as a man is like, okay, I'm gonna be faithful to this woman every single day. Every chance that you get, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So that way, the other ones that are thinking to try to holler at you, they will hear, oh, he has a girlfriend, and they still might try to do something. Don't be alone with them. You know what I'm saying? If you have to be there, make sure it's a group setting. Like, just find ways to avoid that. I know a lot of guys are gonna disagree, but it's like, yo, like, nah, like, this is all that I seen. You know, my mother and my dad been together forever. My sister and my brother-in-law, they've been together for 10 years before they got married. So all I seen is, you know, monogamous relationships. My brother, thank God for him, because what he did, he was creeping, but he never did that in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even then I didn't see it. So all I'm thinking of is, all I have in front of me is monogamous relationships. So again, I think for a lot of guys, if they're really trying to go that route and be faithful, again, know yourself and just simply steer yourself away from that temptation. Easy as that.
100%, Andy. I'm with you, because that's literally the truth, man. If you put yourself in the fire, you're gonna fail, man.
You're gonna get burned.
If you let her kiss you, as a man, you ain't gonna want to stop yourself from kissing back. And then some guys be like, well, she kissed me first. Did you kiss back? No, she kissed me first.
But not even that though, bro. It's like, oh, she kissed you first. How did you get there? You feel me? Like, how did you get alone to that? Like, how did you get there?
Right, exactly. If you are in a room with her by yourself, you gonna mess up. Period. You messed up. You lost. You lost the battle, man.
But here's my thing though, and not to get too sidetracked, because stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? You probably came there with your girl. Your girl had to use the restroom, and then that's when she probably jumped on you. But like, again, just be mindful. You know, be mindful, understand people's energies, and make sure. I made sure, man. If I was having a conversation with a female, and this is one thing that I did very well, because, and you know what I'm saying, this is very good, because I was teased, right, and because I was afraid to talk to girls.
Yeah,
that trait of being afraid to talk to girls kind of saves me now, because I'm not afraid to talk to girls. But what I would do is, I'll keep my conversations very, very short. How I used to do when I would try to talk to a girl. You know what I'm saying? When I was shy, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Now it's one of those things, I reverse that. When they walk up to me like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How can I help you? I don't entertain nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's simple as that. But again, I digress. In regards to your question, who's gonna be next? That's a good question, man. I don't know who it might be. You know, I had 7 groomsmen. My girl had I had 5 groomsmen. And out of all of them boys, I don't know, man. But I just hope that they find somebody that can cater to their weaknesses and, you know, grow with somebody. You know, that's the biggest thing that we could look for, you know, hope for them.
Nah, you're right, man. And just for everybody to know, Joe came on because he loved y'all so much. He is in the building, looking hot.
Go with that.
Hot. Go with that. Hot yellow, man. What's going on, man?
I was making breakfast, man. I was making breakfast.
The freshest dude at the wedding. Fresher than me.
I'm telling you. He acting like he's about to get married.
I ain't mad at that dude.
Fresh is a motherfucker. My mom said,
I was not the freshest. All right. This was Mr. Calix. That blazer was crazy. You gotta understand that. That blazer was insane. Gotta throw that out there. Oh my God. Like, clean all the way through. But you saved me though. It's called the barber. Mr. Antonio, wherever you at, shout out to you. You saved me there too.
Oh
yeah.
man.
But Yeah, the wedding was great, man. I appreciate you for bringing me there, man. Appreciate you for the invite. You and Eureka, man. Y'all look like y'all was meant to be from day one, solely day one. It looked like because the way y'all interact,
What?
crazy,
Man.
Like you said, dog. She caters to your weaknesses. You cater to hers. And with that being said, y'all gonna both be like, strong and compatible with each other. I just see it, man. Y'all look like y'all ain't gonna have no arguments. I'm not saying y'all really don't have arguments, but it just.
Have you already had one yet, Andy? Have you had one
already?
That's not Andy. Has he had one already?
Good, dog. It look real good. That look real good.
No, I appreciate
I'm just happy for you, dog.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh man. But I think Rob, you said you wanted to talk about the Airbnb too, right?
Oh yeah, man. Joe, talk. Yeah, like let's ask Andy. How was it? How did you feel when Andy got all of us huddled up in a circle in this Airbnb? I believe it was a 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom, 5-bedroom.
Six
bedroom.
It was a 6-bedroom, 5-bathroom, huge, 300 and some thousand in Hayden City, Florida. Beautiful neighborhood.
It don't even look like it had 6 bathrooms, though. I mean, 6 bathrooms.
With a pool in the backyard, by the way. With a pool in the backyard, pool table. Yo, you in your mind, you're just like, I know I just came to a wedding. I know this was their Airbnb, but my vision just got expanded. I got affected by it. I'm like, yo, this is nice. Steph is like, can we move here? And I'm like, I don't know about that yet. But what's nice, you already made my wife want to just move to Haynes City, kid. You just sold out on Florida, period.
I don't know about it.
Happen by next year. I'm like, we got to see. There's a lot of things a guy got to line up. Babysitting arrangements. Can I transfer with a job over there so I already have money coming through and so I could do this stuff what I'm doing with you guys right now? There's a lot of things that come into play. You got to ultimately. Is there some good schools there? My kids? There's a lot of things as a man, I gotta think about. You know what I mean? I don't want to put my family in a position where we about to fail. You know what I mean? But Andy, though, that moment when you just huddled all of us around and you say, hey, this is gonna be normal. Can I ask you, Andy, before you even bought the Airbnb, did you know that you were gonna do that? Or did it just sporadically just happen? And you're like, you know what, let me cherish this moment with you guys. Let me say something.
Yeah. So in regards to that, I love how you set everything up, man. But I was gonna say once again, shout out to wifey, because she was getting on me about, yo, you need to have an Airbnb for your groomsmen. I'm like, yo, I got you, right? Days, weeks pass. Did you get it yet? No, I got you. We like damn near, but it's damn near next week, and I still don't have an Airbnb. I'm like, oh, okay. And so she sent me a link of a few spots or whatnot, and one I went out for did not look as good, right? So I was like, but I still the price is looking good. So I went out for it, and they didn't get back to me in time, so it got declined. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I looked around and I seen the spot. The very first clip was the pool. I seen the pool. I was like, okay, this looks nice. Looked at a few other spots. It looked nice. And sometimes pictures could be deceiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, whatever. So I clicked it. I selected it. They got back to me the same day. Yo, it got approved. I'm like, all right, bet. So the day of, I think Snyder came through. So I pick up Snyder and we drive to it. And I'm like, I'm seeing the gated community and all that. I'm like, oh, snap. And Snyder was telling me, like, oh, Andy, I seen the pictures of it. I was like, Snyder, you never know, man. The pictures could lie or whatever. But we inside the gated community. We get to the spot, and like I thought it was like Joe, how you were saying, on the outside it looks mad small. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. As long as it has the rooms, we'll be fine.
Fine, yeah.
I opened the door and my jaw dropped, bro. I was like, yo, just how everything was just lined out, how the place was furnished from the living room to the kitchen. Robin, like you said, the pool in the back with the patio covering the pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The garage, they turned into like a game room with a pool table. And then you go upstairs, never seen this before, a second living room. Upstairs.
Oh,
right?
man.
Yeah, bedrooms left and right. The master bedroom, insane. I'm like, okay. And so that's when everybody came in, and I was like, I just wanted to say that, like the fact that, yo, this is not gonna be the last time you're gonna be in a place like this. Matter of fact, I hope this will be the least. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will be the lowest level that we will ever have, and we'll own it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that everybody had a chance to really be exposed to it, feel the space, be in the rooms, and understand, like, yo, this is attainable for us if we just, have everything, Robin, as you said, have everything stacked and prepared to get a spot like that. But yeah, man.
That was because that was really special for me when you huddle. I'm like, this is why I want to go back to Florida. I don't have nobody I can do that with up here. They don't have the vision like how you do. You know what I mean? When men with a common goal and purpose come together, when I tell you nothing can't fuck with us, nothing can, man. And that's what we need in the world, man. Just instead of men arguing and bickering and shit about how you see this, how I see that, let's come together. Tell me what I can learn from you, what you can learn from me. Because, yeah, Joe, I can only speak for myself. When I said when Andy did that, I was like, yo, I'm about to attack my life even harder. I thought I was attacking it because, mind you, I was in a groove, understanding maneuvers and shit with a truck. And then I got to go to Andy's wedding. My rhythm gets altered, but it doesn't matter because it's not my day. It's Andy's day. So I'm going to sacrifice it. I'm going to come back, took a test. There's 3 parts to the test. There's PTI, doing a pre-trip inspection for a big-ass truck. You got to know every piece, what's wrong, what's going to look bad. I mean, you got to know everything. Then on top of that, you got to do an in-cab inspection. You got to let them know, hey, you got to look for air leaks and all that. You got to make the needles are working. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to play into driving those semis. I commend all those truck drivers because what they do is not easy. But anyway, I come back, and Andy, they told me, hey, you tested on Thursday. I'm like, well, shit, I got a couple days to get myself together. Studied my ass off. I go in, knock out the first part, PTI. Knocked out the straight line. But then the maneuvers, I timed out. So now what happens, I have to go there and knock out my maneuvers accordingly. I got 45 minutes. I want to knock out everything in 15 minutes so I don't even have to worry about the 45 minutes and I can go do the road test. But that was everything that I had going on. And then, like I said, just that moment, Andy, I had to attack my life harder, man. I'm like, yo, this is no game. Like, I need to think about the betterment of you guys. I can't just only think about my life. I got to think about you guys. Like, Andy, there's so many things that could push people, but we only look at the things that are familiar. Now we got to look at the things that are different too. Like, yo, man, like you getting married and that moment that we had, like some guys probably took that moment for granted. I didn't. Yeah. There's probably somebody that took that moment for granted. Andy just talking shit. They speak something into your life.
I don't think nobody in the Airbnb was thinking like that, though. I think you're doing too much right there. I really do. But no, man, everybody when Andy got us all together and talked about it and said this is gonna be us one day, like you solely believed it. I feel like everybody's pushing towards that one common goal, man, and it's to be better in life and financially secure the bag for not only yourself but the generations of the generations to come, and make sure that wealth is there. We're not trying to just be, good financially or have a stable home or, rely on the job every single time. Like at the end of the day, for me, I told myself, I want to retire before I'm 50. I don't want to fucking work no more. I want to work as hard as I possibly can early. That way I can chill for the rest of my life. Anybody ask me for some money, I got it. Have my businesses lined up to where all I got to do is show up, consult, leave, go back to bed, put my head on a pillow, and I'm still making cheddar. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it is generational wealth. If I could have my own company, my own business, and say, here to Aaliyah or here to Gabby, and they have that, that business, without even a say so, just sign off and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need. And when you see places like that you didn't even know could exist or that could even fucking be made, like you would hear about these things or and watch it, but to be in it is two different things, and
Yeah.
that shit is just, it's different, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, you walk into a kitchen, and then you look at your kitchen, you're like, yo, this is a
fucking
this is a
difference.
goddamn, this is a fucking room compared to the kitchen I'm in. I every single time I walk in the kitchen, I'm touching somebody's elbow. When I walk in that kitchen, it's like so far away, you gotta reach. It's the COVID reach. You got 6 feet distance. Like, hey, where you going?
What?
It's kind of far. Like, yo, this shit crazy.
And all of us had the chance to cook. Go ahead, Andy.
No. I was just gonna say, like,
And I have a chance to cook.
one side note on that too. But what I found was crazy was the fact that we had, it was all the guys with Steph included, and then when Eureka brought her girls over, and I'm like, yo, there's still room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I was like, this is like, that is something I've never seen. Typically, if I see that many people in a house, we like,
it's crowded.
Like said, it's crowded. There's like, yo, we still have room, bro.
Room, yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Crowded and hot, and it wasn't even hot. It wasn't
hot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And it was all black people, by the way. We always get rooms hot.
What the hell? How I gotta do with anything?
I'm just telling you the truth.
What I gotta do with anything?
That is the truth, man. I promise you. But everything was just, it just didn't become a stereotype, man. It was nice and cool when they came over.
But we didn't have no.
I haven't played in my life.
We didn't have no liquor, man. Like, if we had liquor, I think it'd have been hot.
Uh-huh.
It'd have been hot.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, we even had. The house was so special, Andy decided to get a little drink of alcohol. That's how special the house was. Andy tried to drink and he liked it. He called me a week later and said, "What was that drink?" Like, this is how special the house was. Now, if Andy was in a raggedy diggity little Airbnb, he probably would have never tried. Man, I want a drink. He's just like, yo, are you comfortable? We were all comfortable. Like, that was amazing, man. And I feel like a lot of people need that mental break. Because I needed that, man. Like, a lot of people need that mental break, but people need to create events for people to have mental breaks. And you cannot create those events if you're only thinking about yourself. That's crazy. Eureka almost loves your homeboys like how much you love them. That's a real woman right there.
Yeah, that's
you feel me?
That is hard to find. That is hard to find.
Bitches.
That is true. Robin said that is true. Like, you cannot, like, there are certain girls, man. That's your homies. You gotta figure it out. I ain't part of that. No, you need to get it for your groomsmen, like, ASAP. Here's links. Go. Make sure you get it. Yeah, like, that's hard to find. Then, at the before we were about to leave, having that breakfast, aka Kiki. Shout out to Kiki's. I love your breakfast. Thank you very much. And then she sat and have a whole sit down with the boy. That's hard. That's hard, man.
Hard to find. Joe, how many females be on some spook shit?
There's no females. There's not a lot of females that do. I mean, but granted, there's certain wives that they're okay with certain guys, But I think as far as, like, all of us, we condone ourselves accordingly. No one was out of line or out of pocket. I mean, Robin, Robin is Robin. So at the end of the day, he goes. We just whatever. We don't even know what line he be at sometimes. I don't know about all that. But you besides Robin, everybody was according. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in line. Everybody was professional. Everybody was good. Everybody respected the day. Everybody understood the day, the magnitude of the day. And, man, at the end of the day, dog, we just hope the best for you guys, dog. Like, you need anything, let me know. Please do not hesitate. If you hesitate, I got a problem with you, because that means you're thinking too hard, and we don't need you thinking too hard. We just need you to think one time and go. You need help? Ask for it. No ifs, ands, nor buts.
Exactly, man. For real. We gotta give Eureka a special shout out, because there's not that many females that can hold a long conversation with guys like that and offer advice. What? You know what I mean? Like, Andy, tell that's the kind of woman that most guys are looking for, believe it or not. And for ladies listening to this podcast, yo, men would like it if you could actually sit down and kick back with him and his homeboys. You want to be on some shy shit, but he wasn't on no shy shit when he was around your family. He's gonna be like, the fuck? You ain't it. You ain't it. Period. If you can't do that with my homeboys,
No, that's what
I ain't gonna talk with my mom.
Hold on. We never got that side. So Andy, how is the in-laws on that side? I don't know how you know, we never I think we never got that conversation. How is it? Like, you know, are they cool? Are they good? Or
so
do they really speak to you?
No. So here's the thing with that, right? And one thing that I always told her was that one thing that I really hope will rub off on me is how she interacts with her family, right? I brought up my family quite a few times on this podcast, and how, again, we love each other, but the way we interact is a lot different from other families. Again, so my family, we're quiet. We're to ourselves. You know, like I'm not always looking to see what my sister's doing, my brother's doing, my parents. It's like we're to ourselves. We come together when we need to and whatever, and keep it at that. With her family, though, you know, they are extremely close knit. You know what I'm saying? If one person is doing something, the others will try to tag along. And so with that, one thing I really appreciate them is that they trusted her judgment. And when she brought me home, they immediately extended their hand. And I'm talking about, this is the first time them seeing me in 2013 on her birthday, right? They, from that moment on, they extended their hand and brought me in till the point we got married. And even more so now, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm officially part of the family. And so they always been great, like cordial to me and not them. And it's like, because it's hard, it's because of my family dynamics, I'm still trying to find a way to kind of fit in with hers. But again, just learning from her and learning from them as well. So yeah, man, it's good. It's great.
Yeah, that's yeah, Andy, you need that, though. That's always good to have. You know, if you having a bad day and you get that love, man, you'll be back on your feet in no time. You get your head up and all that. But yeah, man, that's what guys need. I'm talking to females, and my wife be doing things for Joe. I'd be like, well, damn, I ain't know you was about to do it. Like, we went out to eat and she paid the whole tab. I mean, she paid the tab for Joe and Kiki's, and she did it again when we were at BF. And by the way, Andy, it wasn't scripted. I didn't tell her to do that. Joe was right there. I did not tell her to do that. She did it because she realized.
I'm pretty sure I told her thank you, but if I didn't, please tell her I said thank you.
I got you. I will. But I'm just saying, Andy.
I feel like I said thank you for Kiki's, but I know I'm wondering if I said thank you.
Sidetracked. You might have been sidetracked at PF Chang's. You might have been sidetracked.
That's why I was like, but next time, no more PF Change. You guys eat PF Change a little too much.
Nah, it was not what I thought. I'm not going to more. It's dead.
The hibachi where you guys need to go.
Yeah, PF Change was it wasn't it. Wasn't it?
Quick for Andy, date, place, you understand? Kobe's, aka Kobe, Japanese hibachi style. And go over there in Orlando. One of my favorite places to eat.
It's literally like 5 minutes away from my apartment right now.
It's crazy. I'm just saying, it's crazy. Go right there. It's 5 minutes away. Walk. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to walk because you might be a little too full, but you know, just
we gonna check it out. That's the next spot we all got to eat together, rap. But yeah, man. Just, you know, the reason why my wife does that, Andy, is because of how much I talk about you guys and what y'all mean to me. So she, as my woman, is like, if my husband loves them, I need to love them too. Got to display it. You can't just be doing this. I had to tell my oldest stepdaughter that. I was like, yo, love is not just a word, it's an action. If you're not showing the action, who gives a fuck if you say you love you to somebody? You say I love you to somebody. If you ain't displaying it, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Nobody. You gotta show it, man. The action is the most important part. You speak the word out, and the world will push your ass to display that action. But if you want to be lazy and you just saying it, the universe ain't gonna push your ass. The universe is like, you're gonna stand still, cause we ain't behind you on the bullshit. But like I said though, man, when you have women like that, that just say, hey, I'm going to call your dad more. I'm going to call your brother more. I'm going to do all that because I've noticed that you've been doing that with my family. I'm telling you, what it does to your relationship is just magnetic. It's just a beautiful thing. My parents at one point in time didn't treat my wife the way they do now, but at this point now, it's just unbelievable. I never thought that day was gonna come, Andy, but it came. It came. It's just family now. It's family now, man.
Yeah, they shocked the shit out of me. That's for sure. I know I was shocked.
Yeah, my parents.
I was dumb shocked.
Poppy told me if I would have acted shaky and shit in my relationship, he would have just been like, nah, dog. But I never did. Never act shaky. You know, they respect stability. They respect a strong man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't run away and shit. People respect that, and then they'll respect your relationship. It's just literally how it is. But if you one of those flip-flop motherfuckers, I love her right now. I don't love her right. You know, now I love no. People just be like, trash. You know what I'm saying, dog? But yo, man, that the way our women are, that's what Joe's looking for, Andy. A woman that can hold a conversation with his brothers and his homeboys. You know what I mean? Shit. Snyder's looking for the same thing. Speaking of Snyder, I need to call his ass to see how his flight was from Florida to Massachusetts, man. See how he's doing. Andy, tell Jerry I said what's up.
I got you.
Yeah, we got to figure out who Batman's roommate is, Joe. So it's a mystery. We're gonna put that out there.
Who his roommate is?
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. He's trying to keep it secret.
Oh, God.
I was supposed to. Batman had hit me up Sunday. Batman hit me up Sunday so we can go play ball, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna slide by and pick you up." I was like, "Batman, I'm not even here no more." But if you were to slide by, because you know I left I went back to Tally. It was kind of too late. I kind of left. He thought you were still here too. He thought you were still here. Mackenzie thought you were still here too. Because Mackenzie had called.
I was trying to hang out with Mackenzie. Like that night, I was like, "Yo, what we doing?" Mackenzie was just on some. I don't know.
Nah. Ruth and Mackenzie got like. Ruth. Well, you know, they got their situation with the whole car thing, and hopefully they get that shit fixed and dealt with. But they had the whole thing, and he had to like bring her to different things because she's a hookah. She does hookah. She don't do hookah. Well, she do hookah, but she sells the hookah products, and that's her business. So you know,
damn, Mackenzie's supposed to bring her until they get another car. It's crippling Mackenzie's fighting abilities.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's going. You know, it is what it is. One time when things start to, you know, heat up, eventually they'll get that thing taken care of. They normally do. So.
Hey, so Joe, this is our last thing. Before you got on, Andy said you wanted to talk about expectations. Go ahead and you lead that conversation because I don't know what you're talking about. Or if we already hit, just let me know.
Expectations.
Yeah.
Expectations. Talking about what? About the marriage? Was that what it was? Or
yeah,
or what?
So. I think one of the things that you allude to.
Yes. I just clicked. That's what I figured. So when I was talking about when I mentioned expectations is clearly meaning like what do you in 10 years, right? 10 to 5 years. We can go 5 years if not, because I know 10 years sounds a bit long, but you know, let's start with 5. In 5 years, where do you see yourself, not only in your marriage, but yourself as a whole? Like where do you see yourself in financially, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, in that growth? Where do you see yourself? Because a lot of people, when they get married, it's such a unity thing that you may also forget about yourself individually.
Yeah.
And you could, and I'm not saying don't tie yourself into your marriage, because that's not what I'm saying, because that'll clearly be the opposite of everything else of what the pastor said at that ceremony. So let me not say that, but putting yourself first in a sense does help the marriage, because if you're your best you could provide your best you to your wife or your significant other that could make you great. So I just wanted to know about that. Jesus Christ.
No, I got you. So I'm gonna make this quick. So, no, pretty pretty much in a nutshell, man. In regards to me, Gio, that's gonna be a tough one because of the fact that, like, based on the vows, it's like she is an extension of me literally now. So it's like I can't really talk about myself without talking about her. So I just want to put that out there first and foremost. But 10 years down the road, I would trust and believe that both of us will be where we want to be financially. In terms of at least, and this is I'm gonna just put the bare minimum of being debt free. That's on both sides, her side and my side. Cars, whatever cars that we may have, are paid off in full. And hopefully by that time we have at least a property or two. One of the things I've been talking with her even before we got married, this is like once I got out of the Marine Corps, is about, owning multiple pieces of property. So hopefully by 10 years down the road, I pray that we have at least two pieces of property that are bringing some type of revenue in. In terms of my health, I pray to be in better shape. Likewise with her, she's gonna. I told her.
You already in best shape of your life.
No, and it's gonna be tough. As we get older, also as kids come in down the road, hopefully again by that time, I'm looking to see maybe probably about 2 kids by that point. So it will be harder. So making sure being conscious of things that I need to do to stay healthy. I told her off rip, like, yo, next week you have my hip at the gym. Just keep that in mind. So her health will be looking good as well. And yeah, man, just keeping growing and learning. And of course, to go in regards to the sex, making sure that before the sex, I want to say continue to date her. You know what I'm saying? Like continue to date my wife and not just, all right, we're married now, we're just gonna leave it alone. Like, nah, continue to date my wife and make sure the sex stays spectacular, because I'm just leave it with this. It's been spectacular right now. You know what I'm saying?
Robert is
to make sure that it stays spectacular. You know what I'm saying?
Spectacular.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
I appreciate that. But I think that was a great point that you put in, is continue to date your wife. I think people get lost in that sauce right there, because they always think, oh, she got the ultimate thing. She got a ring. I'm a husband. It's settled. Like, well, hey, let's have some kids and go into the sunset. No, you still gotta keep it fresh. Gotta keep it spicy. Gotta keep it on edge. Gotta do a lot of things, because this is a marathon. No sprint.
Yes, sir.
10 laps and you're done. This is a marathon. Gotta keep it going crazy. I don't know if I'm ready for that sometimes. Oh God.
No, you 100% right, man. That's good. That's what it is, man.
It just hit me as soon as I said it's a marathon. You gotta keep
laps and you're done.
I was like, man, I had it. It came in my head. I was like, Jesus, it's a marathon, dog.
Can't wait till you part of the picture, man. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep waiting. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep waiting.
It might be Batman. Batman might be next. What was that conversation he had with Eureka? If you don't mind saying it, but if you can't, don't worry. I will investigate, because I'm right.
What conversation? What are you talking about?
Because I know your better half had to tell you. What?
No. She did tell me. It wasn't anything big. She was just saying, like, she pretty much told me that Batman told her that he likes the way that she thinks, in terms of, like, basically when Jay was saying what he was saying about the how he was moving at the reception or whatnot, and how she pretty much brought up things that probably Jerry or the other fellas wasn't thinking about, and so he really appreciated that from her. And unfortunately, he had to cut it short, because I think he does other things that he wanted to talk to her about, possibly like long distance relationships. And I don't know if Batman, I don't know if he's gonna see this episode, but I hope he realized, like, I am a resource. She is a resource of long distance relationships, because he's currently in one. So, but yeah.
Everybody got their thing. Long distance. I may shoot it from there, but it ain't me. No, sir.
I understand. It is not for everybody. It gives you a lot more time to do you. So by the time you and her are together, you on fire already. You know what I mean?
But this is see, then you're gonna bring me to a topic with this. And this is a thing because it happened and I seen it. You're so accustomed to being by yourself. She's over there, you're over there. When you finally get into that same city, that same town, that same place, that same bedroom, then what? Y'all not the same no more. Cause y'all used to be, y'all were so, by yourselves. Now when y'all get together, it's a headache. Y'all get tired of each other. Y'all in each other's space. Y'all bothered, and then y'all like, you know what? Y'all was better off distance.
Pathetic. That's all I gotta say about that.
I'm just saying, there's people like that.
Pathetic.
They finally get to know the person, and they in their space.
Ask them questions. Are you clean? We got FaceTime. Are you dirty? If you dirty, you ain't gonna like me beat around because I'm a neat person.
You could FaceTime anybody, and they throw stuff on the side. The camera only allows you to see what that.
It only allows this.
That's exactly all they can do. See too much right there. See too much right there. Exactly.
That is stupid, dog. Oh my God.
That's for real.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point.
Yeah, FaceTime. You gotta live there. You gonna see everything.
You're right.
Nasty, the gritty, the stank, all that.
You acknowledge it. In your end, how was it smelling, even though you already have, smelling your wife's morning breath the first time? Or are you still hiding from it? You go brush your teeth, like run away from that.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that's what she does, bro. Cause the thing is, I do it too. Like if I have to wake up to use the restroom, I will use the restroom, wash my hands, and just brush my teeth real quick. That's why it's like I'm not blasting her, but like morning breath. I think she does the same thing for me. Cause honestly, I think I don't remember smelling anything. To my knowledge, like when she went to work this morning, she just gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I was still sleeping. So she gave me the kiss on the cheek, and then she just left. So I don't know. I would say as of right now, it's been pretty good. All right. No complaints. We've been balancing off of each other pretty well. Mm-hmm. I'm giving her space to move in the apartment, making it feel like home for her. So it's been pretty good so far.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. So before we get cut off, let me end this. Tell everybody, Real Talk, Real Views. We back and we coming with the bomb-ass topics. Another episode of Real Talks, Real Views in the books. Peace.